I'm going to give you a brief overview of the W-2 electronic filing process. In the W-2 and 1099 menu down near the bottom are the W-2 1099 instructions, and currently that'll bring up the 2022 document that looks like this. On page 84 of the document, it starts off with the Social Security Administration publication. This link actually leads to the 21 form. The 23 form is actually out on their website. So if you just change this link to be 23, you'll get the most current document. That document looks like this. It's really the specifications for the electronic file, which the system generates for you. So you don't need the specs really, but it does give you a lot of other information in here that might be useful when you're filling out the screens for electronic filing, especially the RA1 and the RA2 records, which you'll see in just a minute. So let's go take a look at those. I'm going to go back to the program. In the RA1, RA2 setup is all under W2 and 1099, and then setup W2 electronic filing. So you will need to check the produce electronic file button. The RS records are the state records, and you really won't need those unless you're doing a state run where the state accepts the EFW2 format. But we're going to talk about just federal filing today, and so we just want to click on the produce electronic file. The RA1 record is the firm's information, the submitter EIN, a user ID that you will get when you're setting up your login to the business services online site. And we'll take a look at that a little bit later. But the rest of this information, everything that has a red star has to be filled out. This is all your firm's information. The RA2 record is also your firm's information. The RE record is the company you're submitting these W-2s for. This is all their information. This is the one situation where you definitely will need an email address. It won't run without one. So that should be an email address from the company that you're doing the forms for. So that's really all we need here, so we're just going to click OK. And then the next thing you do, of course, the normal setup W-2s, you'll be setting these up for 2023, and then federal Social Security number. None of this information is changed from what you already know if you've done W-2s or 1099s before. So I'm just going to close out of that. So the first step, of course, is to create and print tax forms. So you're going to create W-2s. It will create the W-2 files. All you have to do here is click OK, and it will create the file. And in the background, it will create the electronic file as well. So at this point, you would go ahead and produce in the create and print W-2s. You would do the print W-2s and print your employee copies, your office copies, all the other black copies that you normally set, but you won't need the copy A's because you're going to be filing electronically. So it would just be all of the other forms that print on either perforated paper or plain paper. So once you finish that process, you go back to the electronic W-2 1099 list and copy. It's the same one we use for the 1099. But you can do a list of the electronic file. It will show you on the screen what it produced. And then you'll copy the W-2 file to other drive/folder. So when you do that and click OK, it will take you to a browser. And we recommend that you set up folders. There's a little new folder here. Set up a folder called W-2 files to upload, and another new folder, call it 2023 W2 files sent. And you can call these whatever you want, but the idea is when you're ready to save a file for upload, you want to put it in the upload folder and save it there. And then once you're in the business services online, you will pull those files, send them to the Social Security Administration, and when that finishes, you want to go in and copy those files from the files to upload folder to the sent folder. It's a good idea to keep those files until you're sure everything is good. There's no reason not to keep them always. I would put those on a share somewhere where they get backed up. If there are any questions about your file, they will be sending you a notice that says you have this problem or you have that problem. It's rare, but you want to be able to see exactly what you sent them, so you can fix it and then recreate the file and resend it. So that's really the only difference between what you're used to doing with W2s and the electronic version. So you just do the W2 setup, and you do this little copy at the end of everything, so it copies to a folder where you can upload to the business services site. So the business services site looks like this. I'm going to be giving you these links in another document, but the business services online does require a login. The creation of that login will require some personal information, including social security numbers for whoever creates the login for the firm. So, you know, that just make sure you have all that information in front of you, or the person in front of you who's going to be setting up the login. Once you get the login set up, it doesn't require you to see that information or change that information. You're just logging into the business services online. It's really just a way for them to make sure that you are who you say you are when you're submitting these documents. So that's really it's real brief overview, but that's how it works. And you can find our contact information in the help screens. If you need any help with that, with any of this, just please contact us at the office. Thank you.